Friends, let's move to the today's class, and this is the session number 6, and with this session we come to end to the first lesson, laws of motion. And because of the last session we have little big topics today. First one, mass of earth m, mass and weight, the difference between the mass and weight, apparent weight, and apparent weight of a person in a moving lift. We are going to see about the weightlessness, and finally we are going to apply the Newton's laws of gravitation in some terms. Now let's move to the topic today. Now, mass of the earth, that is m. It's very important to know the mass of the earth. Okay. For mass of the earth, capital M, we can get that value from the last equation. That is, by rearranging the equation, small g is equal to capital G m divided by r square. The mass of the earth is obtained as follows. That is, mass of the earth capital M is equal to small g into r square by g. Actually, we substitute this value into this side, left hand side, this r square into this side, and we put the g divided by the g r square, that is g small g r square divided by capital G. We used to have this m in the right hand side. Now substituting the known values, we already know that capital G value is equal, small g values is equal to 9.8 meter per second minus 2, and the radius of the earth is 6400 kilometer, and the gravitational constant value is 6.674 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square kilogram minus 2. And if you calculate the mass of the earth, then you can get 5.972 into 10 to the power 24 kg. This is the mass of the earth. Remember, you may be a 50 or 40 or 30 kilogram person. Compare your weight with the earth. It is very, very small. Mass and weight. What do you mean by mass? Mass is the basic property of a body. Mass of a body is defined as the quantity of matter contained in the body. Okay, so the important term is the quantity of matter. The SI unit of mass is kilogram, kg. And what do you mean by weight? Most of us think that mass and weight are equal. Why we are having this two separate answers? No, it's totally different. Weight is a different thing. Weight of a body is defined as the gravitational force exerted on it due to the Earth's gravity alone. Now, weight is equal to gravitational force. That means mass m into acceleration due to gravity g. Here we know g is equal to acceleration due to gravity of the earth at sea level. That means 9.8 meter per second square. It is a vector quantity and its SI unit is Newton n. Weight of a body at the pole is greater than weight of a body at the equatorial region. The acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the moon is 1.625 meter per second square. Let us see some examples. Okay, if a person whose mass is 60 kg, okay, consider your weight, stands on the surface of the earth, his weight would be 588 Newton. That means weight is equal to mass of the person, small m, that means this 60 into g. You know the value of g. Yeah, if you multiply the value, then you will get the 588 Newton. If the same person goes to a surface of the moon, he would weigh 97.5 Newton, because in the moon we used to have a less g value, acceleration due to gravity value, that is 1.625, but his mass remains the same. Remember, the weight is the only term which changes from here and apart from Earth, that means in moon or other space or other planets, the weight changes, but the mass never changes. It remains the same even in the moon and in any other planet. Apparent weight. What do you mean by this apparent weight? Let us consider a man with mass m. Okay, small m. He is traveling in a lift. The actual weight of the person is W is equal to m into g, which is acting vertically downward, sometimes vertically upward. Actually, the reaction force exerted by the lift surface are taken as apparent weight, which is acting vertically upwards. Depending upon the motion of the lift, upwards or downwards, let us see the different possibilities of apparent weight are. Now, students, let us see the apparent weight of a person in a moving lift. See, there are 4 cases, and in each and every cases it deals with the apparent weight and the actual weight. Let us see in the first case. Case 1, lift is moving upward with an acceleration a. Here the apparent weight r minus the actual weight is equal to F net weight, that is mass into acceleration. If you add this mass into acceleration with the actual weight, then r is equal to mg plus ma. That means the actual weight is m into g. You can take m as a common and add g plus a, which is very much greater than, that means the apparent weight is greater than the actual weight. And in the case 2, lift is moving downward with the acceleration a. Therefore, you have to subtract the actual weight from the apparent weight, that is F net is equal to ma, and substituting this we get r is equal to w minus ma, and the actual weight minus the mass into acceleration. The apparent weight is equal to mg minus ma, and as usual we used to take m as a common and g minus a. Here the apparent weight is less than the actual weight. Apparent weight is less than the actual weight. And in the case 3, lift is at rest, it's not moving, so the acceleration is 0, the a is 0, and r is equal to w, that means r is equal to mg. The apparent weight is equal to the actual weight, and we have the answer as apparent weight is equal to the actual weight, the result. Now, case 4, lift is falling down freely, that means it accelerates in a heavy motion. Here the acceleration is equal to g, that means a is equal to g. G means acceleration due to gravity. R apparent weight is equal to mass into g minus g, so it becomes 0 into m, then it is the apparent weight is equal to 0. Apparent weight is equal to 0 is the result. Let's see the weightlessness, and I will give you a new video of a lift. weightlessness. If you are riding in a roller coaster in amusement park, or if you are moving in a lift, you will feel that you are falling freely without having any weight. This is due to a weightlessness. Sometimes you experience the same feeling while traveling in the roller coaster also. Okay. Here, when a person in a lift moves downward with the acceleration A equal to the acceleration due to gravity, then the A is equal to G. That means the acceleration of the person is equal to the acceleration due to gravity. This motion is called as free fall motion. The apparent weight of the person is equal to 0. That means in the last case we saw the apparent weight is equal to m into g minus g, which is equal to 0. At the same time, you feel the apparent weight is gained when you are having or when you are moving a upward and downward roller coaster or moving in a lift upward or downward. Weightlessness of astronauts. I have posted a picture which shows you a land of a moon and an astronaut for your vision. Some of us believe that the astronauts in space do not experience any gravitational force of the earth, so they float in the space. It is absolutely wrong. Astronauts are not falling but falling freely around the earth due to their huge orbital velocity. The space station and astronauts have equal acceleration. They are under free fall condition, which is r is equal to 0. Both the astronauts and the space station are in the state of weightlessness. That's the important thing. Now, application of laws of gravitation. As you know, the law of gravitation was delivered to us by our Sir Newton. The first application is dimension of the heavenly bodies can be measured using the gravitation law. Mass of the earth, radius of the earth, acceleration due to gravity, etc. can be calculated with an higher accuracy. Second application helps in discovering new stars and planets. Third one of the irregularities in the motion of stars is called wobble, lead to the disturbance in the motion of the planet nearby. In this condition, the mass of the star can be calculated using the law of gravitation. Fourth one helps to explain germination of root is due to the property of geotropism, which is the property of a root responding to the gravity. Last one, it helps to predict the path of the astronomical bodies. These are the 5 applications from our Newton law of gravitation. Thank you, students. Let's meet in the lesson 2.